afternoon, Floss Tube. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're the Shady Tree Stitches. And we're together again to finish off the year. And this is episode number 50. I can't believe it. And it is currently the 30th of December. Jenny came to stay, so we thought we would quickly take this opportunity to make our final video for the year.
Yep.
It's flown. We didn't start making them at the beginning of the year. So pretty amazing that we're up to number 50 already. Anyway, it's awesome. So thank you for watching us, liking, commenting, subscribing. We really appreciate it. We actually got more people watching, so continue to spread the word. Glad that you enjoy what we do. And we will just, as usual, get straight into it. But before that, One Bit of Life wants to say hello.
Hello.
All right, see you later, sweetie. She wanted to be in there. I'm trying to get her to do her cross stitch because then she can actually show you her update, and that would be fun. Really fine and cute.
No.
But no, apparently not. Apparently it's too stressful to do cross stitch. What did she say? Because you get a knot in it and you have to undo the knot. Anyway, oh well.
That's all right.
Okay, so first of all, we have got finishes. I hand over. Oh no, I can start, or do you want to start?
Well, I didn't bring any of mine.
Fine, I'll start. I actually forgot last video when I did my WIP Parade, end of year whips and finishes, that I'd actually finished another piece. And I forgot about it because it was sitting waiting for this video. So this is officially finish number 33 for 2019. Yay. And it is Deck the Hall Cell.
Cute.
It is so cute, isn't it?
I might have to do that one for next year.
I think so. And I'm going to get that one done as a, I'm going to like quilt it up like the kids one. So there you go. Another nice little Christmas one. So that's officially 33 finishes for this year for me. I'm totally amazed and impressed. It's been a good year for stitching. So that is my only finish. Jenny?
Well, all up this year, I was trying to think. I think I've done 4, which is nothing compared to Lisa's. But
No, but for Jenny, that's very good.
Yeah. So there was the cornflower fairy that I did for my niece. We won't talk about how long I was working on it. I finished my poppies in Provence, my little rectangle one. So the flower fairies I've given away, the poppies is for me, and then I did my little Mill Hill treasured diamond small for the Mittagong Stitches retreat, and I did the Mill Hill jeweled pear, which I gave to my sister-in-law for Christmas. I turned it into a brooch. I had to do a little bit of creative finishing for that one because I went to Lincraft and they didn't have any brooch backs, and it's like, okay, I don't want to give it to her not finished. What am I going to do? And then I thought I'd seen, I think on Stitching with the Housewives, a few people had talked about sewing or gluing washers to the back of stuff so that they could change out with magnets, change out their displays. And I thought, that could work. So I went home, found a couple of washers and sewed them to the felt and then put magnets on the other side.
So we'll insert some photos here of Jenny's finishes and also the back where you can see that washer idea. It looks really cute, looks quite neat. So I bet everyone was thrilled with their presents.
Yes. Sarah wore it for the rest of the day.
All right, well that then brings us to whips.
Yes.
What have you been working on, Miss Jen?
So I know Lisa's already done her WIP Parade, so I thought, I didn't remember to bring my finishes, but I did remember to bring all of my whips with me. So hopefully by this time next year, there will be more sewing on all of them. So I thought I'd try and do it roughly in order of how long I've had them and been working on them and stuff. So my first one is the Castle Sampler by Teresa Wentzler. And I haven't done any work on this year, but now that I've got a couple of Q-snaps and I believe I'm getting one more for a belated Christmas present, so I can actually start doing some more on these. So this is where I'm up to on this one.
Beautiful.
So I started it in the middle. That's why there's sort of a weird amount of castle done in the middle, because I started in the middle and then worked my way down till I got to border, because obviously the border was a bit easier to work on. So
all right, well yes. that's good, and it's going to be great for you to have this WIP Parade to see where you're up to this time next year.
Yes, and then one that's very close to finishing is Elegant Bookmarks. So I'm doing the blue one, and I've been working on some back stitch on that, so it's getting close. but there is still quite a bit of backstitch and some French knots to turn the lily of the valleys into actual having flowers.
Well, hopefully that might be your first finish of the year.
Yes, quite possibly. Then I have my Poppies Tuffet, which Lisa gave me as a present one. I can't remember how long ago.
A Biscornu.
Yes. So I've done a little bit of that. It's on 18 count, so it is a little bit tinier.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these are kits, so I'm doing it on the fabric that it came with. Then I started the Ink Circles Reflections of Paris, which some of you have seen before. So this is on 35 count watermelon. So I haven't done very much, but there is a little bit in the middle.
It's beautiful cobble fabric.
Yes. And I like my sparkly
Yeah.
thread. Okay, and then Mill Hill Holiday Treasured Sampler Kit. And I think it goes that way up. Again, I've done lots of little bits.
It's good though, at least you're doing some.
And my Teresa Wensler Peaceable Kingdom, I didn't bring the pattern for that one. This is the one I'm doing for my nephew. So there's a little bit in the middle. I've got a long way to go on that one. This is going to be one of my main focuses for the year. And then last night I started something new, little tiny cat stocking ornaments. So I think which one have I started on?
Well, you've got green.
This one.
Oh, it is that bottom one.
Yeah,
this
that one I've started on, and I have done that much.
Well, it started. That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to have that WIP Parade, and you'll see where you're up to next time I see you.
Yes.
Maybe some progress, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I have been just working on 2 projects since I made my last video. I finished that Stitch December is over. I finished everything I planned to finish, which is good. And so the next one I was working on is the Cunning Cross Stitch Sal for 2020, the Harry Potter Letters from Hogwarts. So here's a little mock-up of the pattern and all the pages, just so you can see where it's heading. And I have actually done quite a bit on this. If I take that bit off and unravel it.
You have.
I have actually done, sorry, I should have done this beforehand, but I didn't. How's that? I can't see a thing.
You can go a bit closer. Oops.
So I've got all the scaffold for the letters done. And most excitedly, yesterday I worked on my wand.
Yay.
So really excited there. So I figure if I can at least get these scrolls finished by the end of December, which is today and tomorrow, easy peasy.
Yeah.
I will be in a good place to get started. There's the whole thing on the top, but
That's not necessary
No,
for the next part of
no.
the pattern. So
and the next part of the pattern will come out beginning of January, and I'll be getting straight into it to work on some of my challenges for different things. But you hear all about that. In Virtual Stitches, Sammy and I will be continuing to do our homework video discussions, because again, people have been asking for them, and I don't know if you've noticed, lovely loyal viewers, but I do less and less talk about my homework specifics on here now, because
you're already talking about it with Sammy.
I'm already doing it on there as Sammy. So if you want to know all my homework specifics, and I don't cover them in this video, jump across to Virtual Stitches. There's a weekly one. So, and that one, I just want to show you, is in my beautiful Hogwarts bag, which was courtesy of Vicky Stitching Button. So I know I showed you the bag the other day, but I matched it up.
Yes.
And the only other thing I've been working on, which is in my big, massive Garon tote bag,
Wow.
with the jungle on it, is this one. And this one is my Animal Kingdom Haid. So I have been doing quite a bit of work on it, and I'm started off with just black.
She's moved on to another colour.
So there's all the black in the first page. Big gorilla happening there, and I've just started on some green. I was going to do just one colour for as much as I could, which is still what I'm doing, but this pattern being max colour doesn't lend itself to huge blocks of colour, despite what you see here. So I can't really do much more scaffolding, and I don't really want to go further across because I don't want to stuff it up. So I'm going to start filling in a few more bits of big colour to move it along.
Yep.
I'm not going to complete the whole page, but I'm going to just do big chunks of colour in different colours to move it through the pattern. And then when I've got a scaffold, then I'll colour complete all the little bits.
Yeah.
So that's my WIPs that I've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got any haul, Jen?
I do. Because when Lisa said she was going to put in an order with Vicky from Stitch and Button, and she said, did I want any project bags? And I went, don't know. I've looked on her Etsy site and I didn't particularly, like, none of the materials that she had available were stuff that I would necessarily choose. So Lisa goes, well, what do you want? And I said, oh, I don't know, French. So she sent me photos and going, what about this or both? So I got both.
Well, yes. One of them is a Christmas present.
Yes.
Or a birthday present, or a something present, or a thanks for having me to stay 50 billion times present.
Yes. So I'll show you the back first.
Yes,
So there's
beautiful.
Lovely
Isn't that
French
cute?
inspired. Yeah, and it's because that one's got stamps, so it's got a little suitcase with different countries and place names on it on that little.
And she does such a great job.
And the other one is also French furniture.
Yes, very classical, Renaissance.
And so that one has a little Eiffel Tower
This
on
way.
that way. Little Eiffel Tower on the end of the button, the zipper pull. So
Cool.
thank you very much.
Awesome.
I like them. Now I just have to take them home and put stuff in them.
Yay! Well, that's good. Is that all your haul?
That's all my haul.
We've actually been pretty good. I mean, I have been shopping a lot, and I've shown you all my shopping, and now it's time for me to stop shopping. But I did do just a couple of little things more.
Yep.
Now, this is a bit weird, but I bought myself a new pair of fabric scissors. Aren't they bright and colourful? I wanted a pair of scissors that I could say, they're mine, don't touch them,
Yep.
to the kids.
Yep.
And also, while we were at the little sort of $2 craft shop today, I discovered these size floss bags. So there's 100 of them in there for $3.50, and they're just the right size for a skein. So I bought some of them for kitting up some of my projects. The only other thing that I got in haul this week,
Ooh.
yeah, this is I've got the Silks for You cotton silk of the month, and their specialty of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I cannot necessarily tell you exactly which belongs with which, because I got November specialty, December specialty, and
They're labelled.
oh yeah, that makes sense. So we have got some for November and some for December.
Those ones are all December.
Okay, that's November. That's November. So these ones here, this was a whole set, and each one came with, I think, four skeins of the silks. So look at those beautiful blues. Aren't they gorgeous? But I actually kitted up a project, and so December. I seem to have stolen most of them from the other one, so there's another one. I've stolen some to go in the project that I've already kitted up, and I'm sorry, but you'll just have to wait till I show you the project. Here's the Decembers.
Ooh.
So they're really beautiful, and because we saw them live, it's just really nice and really great value. So they do have openings, they said, at the moment, if anyone would like to join them. I'm not sure if the openings are for the specialty or the regular, but if you're interested in getting on the Silks for You Floss of the Month, then get onto their website or their wherever you find them and sign up. But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that, surprisingly, is all my haul. So that really leads us to plans. Jenny, what are your plans?
Well, I am on holidays for the next couple of weeks. I do have a few things that I need to do, but one, I was supposed to be going on this really big cub camp. It's been cancelled because of all the bushfires and that 4,000 people camping in the bush. The organisers decided it was better to cancel before we had to potentially evacuate or anything like that. So I suddenly have an extra week. I wasn't planning to. So I'm hoping I can get a fair bit of stitching done. So I'm working on the Peaceable Kingdom for one of my nephews. I'm going to start Beatrix Potter sampler for another nephew. So I've got to get that. I've got the fabric. I just need to make sure I've got all the threads and pull that one out and get that started. Yeah. And I need to, while I'm here with Lisa, we're going to sort out a couple of the stitch alongs that we're going to be doing together, because I need to know when we're planning to start those so I can fit them in with stuff.
So I have a lot of planning to do, despite the fact that I have done my yearly planning video with Sammy. I haven't done any specific planning, and it's nearly the beginning of January. And Jenny is joining me this year in the School of Magical Stitches and Literature. And in particular, which part of that's most appealing to you, Jenny?
You get to read stuff.
She likes the literature part, which is awesome, because I don't do the literature part at all.
And it doesn't have to be the Disney books that is the main focus, because that was kind of like, I don't know. I would have preferred Harry Potter. I already have all the Harry Potter books, and I think the year before you said it was Jane Austen. Would have loved to do that, because again, I have all the books. Don't have any of these Disney books, but for some of the challenges, it doesn't have to be Disney books. It can be any books, and I read quite a bit.
I should get you to read the first book while you're here, because it won't take you long to do. Being teenage fiction, they don't take long at all. So Jenny's joining me, and we're both, in the Boardwalk Resort. Jenny's one of the lovely guests that I'm taking care of. And that's going to be good to help guide her through the process. As with any of the event groups, you don't have to do everything. You do what you want. And they've seriously done an awesome job of planning things for this year. I'm really excited, because there's the weekly, there's the monthly, then there's also a collaborative thing, which I'm very excited about. So the first thing we're going to do on January 1st is to stitch 125 stitches each person to try and open the ticket booth. And then we stitch 125 stitches and we get a ferry ride, and then blah, blah, blah. And we're going to be working together to build the different parts of the park. So that's going to be really exciting. And I much prefer collaboration than competition.
Yeah.
I know I am a competitive person, but I prefer collaboration. I prefer working with people. So I'm really looking forward to getting that happening. Of course, if Boardwalk happens to get it first, that would be awesome. But we shall see. It's a friendly rivalry between the results, I think, more than outright competition. And then I've got the Daily 30 group has got their year-long event is really exciting. They're doing a scavenger hunt.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you've got to actually take your stitching. We had to nominate 3 pieces. So I did Alice, my We Are Human Sal, and the Animal Kingdom. And you have to go, we're going to get this list of 50 items soon that we have to go and take a photo with. So for example, I don't know, let's just say a pair of sewing scissors. So I have to take a photo of my WIP with my sewing scissors. Then I have to do my however many stitches I want to earn the level. The minimum's 200. So I do my 200 stitches on my WIP with my sewing scissors, take a photo of the ending picture, plonk that up, then move on to my next thing. And there's a whole bunch of different levels, and there's real prizes for doing it, which is great. Unfortunately for most of you, Cheryl's group is a closed group because she likes to keep it small, but it's very exciting. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to send me going around to take photos of. You don't have to take a before and after shot with the scissors,
right?
Just the before shot. And apparently as you progress through the levels, you don't have to take the scissors in it again. I just do the second level and say, here's my stitches for the scissors or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Who knows? But I'm heading out on a cruise on the 6th of January. So you probably get one video from me before then. And I'll give you a bit more detail about plans and what I'm doing. I might have actually worked something out by then. But when I go on the cruise, you never know what is going to be on that list that I will find easier on a cruise ship than I would at home.
Yeah.
Or in the Pacific Islands. Because half of the things are outdoors and half are indoors. And that's why it's good to have some smaller whips so I can take them with me. Some people are being a bit Nancy's and going, oh, I don't want to get my whip dirty. Well, you can always just put it in a Ziploc bag and take a photo of your whip in a Ziploc bag.
Or in a clear-fronted project bag.
I mean, all we need to see is where you're up to.
Yes.
And then you take the photo there and then you take the photo inside afterwards. So I don't think it's a big deal. It sounds like lots of fun to me. I don't know. I'm not a reluctant person. I like to do different things.
And you know, apart from anything else, you might have people asking you what are you doing, and you can explain about cross stitch. And it's surprising. I've found so many people that do cross stitch that I didn't know. I know my first job, there were about 5 of us in the office, and it wasn't a huge office. It was, I don't know, 30 people or something, but there were 5 of us of varying ages that did some kind of stitching. So,
and I think more and more people are finding it now because it is a promoted mindfulness activity.
yes.
I know it's definitely my little getaway, and the time just passes. I go, wow, it's been 4 hours and I haven't even noticed. Anyway, so that's my plans. Basically get myself organised, get started. First thing I'm going to do is my 125 stitches to contribute towards the transport centre. And then there's weekly homework as well coming out for that. Then Cheryl's just released her weekly homework or / fortnightly homework, which is to stitch through the decades. So I have to stitch a piece that I can relate to the 1920s, a piece that I can relate to the 1970s, the 1980s, whatever it is. And then I've got to do one relating to my decade, which is the 70s. So look, I don't know. I'll work it out, as I always do. And then there's monthly challenges. Then there's also the full coverage fanatics. There's stitching the national parks through Semi-Sane as well, stitching around the world. So there's just going to be lots of stitching fun. I just have to put my head together and work out the most economical way of triple dipping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that will be part of my plans too, to investigate some of the events, because I've sort of been watching Lisa do a lot of all of these different groups and projects and challenges and stuff, and it's like I want to get involved, but I didn't really have a whole lot of time last year. I'm hoping next year I will have a little bit more spare time, be able to do that, and so I'm going to take some of the time while I'm on holidays from work to actually look through and
Plan a bit.
work out which ones I think I could do. And
yes.
Well,
there's something for everyone, because some of them are simple as stitch, 500 stitches on anything you like.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to do that one. All right, well, we might leave it there. But look, wishing you all a very happy new year.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us, and we look forward to seeing you again in 2020. Bye.
Bye.